Hello my friends, it's Max RC here. Today we're going on a wonderful journey. I'm going to present to your attention 20 drift cars which can be controlled remotely. You will see a great variety of them, retro and new models, painted in bright colors and more classic options. I mean, everything you like. So make yourself comfortable as we are about to start. This Toyota is the first to burst into our video. See how it is blazing with bright scarlet color. Its design was the first thing that made this car so remarkable. And the second thing was its ability to smoothly fit into the turns. Oh yes, this baby can take you to Tokyo Drift in the literal sense of the word. Can you imagine? This is a great opportunity to check it out and challenge yourself. However, it performs 100% in the race. Trust me, after all, we are not talking about some random car, but about the Toyota, right? It seems to me that none of our videos is complete without a GTR, right? And this one is not an exception. This is really something to look at. The design of the car is simply amazing. The matte black body, the stickers and graffiti, all these look harmonious and very successful. Unfortunately, not much can be said about the quality of its body. I didn't actually like all of these scuffs and the feeling that the car seemed to be dusty. However, maybe this is also a part of the idea, but you have to admit the fact that it is ahead of all of its rivals and is boldly heading to the finish line. I usually associate the bright red color with cars of the 50s. It is often burgundy, like this model, and here you can also see bright yellow stripes right along the body. Do you agree that it is a very beautiful and eye-catching car? Do you remember that I have a special passion for retro models? Well, now you know it for sure. I really like the quality of details of the retro versions of drift cars. Looking at them and controlling them is a pleasure. And this sparkling babe, beckoning with its sparkling headlights, looks amazing. As for its characteristics, I was a little bit upset. The car looks clumsy. It is clearly less nimble than the others in this video, but at the same time, it is almost silent, except for those moments when it revs the engine. And here we meet the Nissan in classic cyberpunk colors. Yes, your eyes are not deceiving you. This is the same classic combination of blue and purple. When I look at it, I imagine a lot of neon signs, holograms, and how this car is rushing towards the wind along the roads of the concrete jungle, which are still wet after the rain. I especially like the way its hood is made. The aerodynamics of this model is just amazing. Can you see how it copes with speed and drifts? Well, just perfect. It gently fits into every turn. In short, both the image and technical characteristics are at the highest level. This compact babe gives me mixed emotions. It looks very cute because of its size, and I associate its pleasant blue color with the spring sky. But at the same time, its body looks like it is an ordinary toy. Maybe I'm just nitpicking, but it seems to lack quite a bit to the level of a good detailed elaboration. But I liked its number on the rear bumper, or rather, the way they stick out, like they aren't secured well enough. Do you think it was made purposely, or is it just the consequence of one of the previous races? However, as soon as it goes out onto the road and shows itself in all its glory, your opinion about it becomes completely different. You can understand that a real high-speed monster is riding under the small hood. I associate this Chevrolet Camaro with the 60s with only one word, which is power. Its aggressive red color serves as a real warning to its opponents. Do not mess with me on the road. This dreamboat is screaming in their faces. Sparkling with its varnished body, it smashes all of its opponents from the drifting field to shreds. The squeak of its wheels can be heard everywhere during races, so choose the place where you can make some noise and have fun while controlling this Chevrolet. And don't be afraid of sharp turns, as if you have some sufficient skills, it will cope with any of them. The Mustang, with its powerful body, inspires a feeling of reliability and stability in the races only by its looks. It is painted in a classic drift car color. It really negotiates the corner with ease and precision. By the way, do you know that although the original version of the car is produced by Ford, the car itself does not have the Ford emblem, but a special Mustang emblem, which is a horse captured right while running, which reminds us about the speed and the power of these cars. As is often the case, the Supra may not stand out for its looks. At first glance, it is an ordinary gray car. It may even seem that it is quite boring and can easily get lost among its competitors with their bright and dazzling colors and graffiti. But when the rivals lose control, it pulls ahead. So friend, do not judge it by the cover. This Supra will cope with sharp turns and won't lose control even if you accidentally drive off the track. Today we will have an abundance of bright red color, and to tell the truth, I am happy about this. After all, red is the color of speed and burning hearts. So this bright specimen is full of its thirst for speed and incredible traction to show off its skill during the race. As soon as you acquire such a model, it will be impossible to resist trying it out in action, as it is literally mesmerizing. Another remarkable feature is its bright headlights. Sometimes they even blind a little, especially the rear ones. So you can drift in the dusk and don't have to worry about time. Here we have another great classic in our collection. In some cars, the simplicity is really beautiful, and this particular model looks like it was made not out of plastic, but of some kind of lightweight metal, which sets this gray color with slight scuffs. It matches well with white rims, which you can see on its wheels. The car looks like it's floating, not driving, but unfortunately, the characteristics are not particularly impressive. This is a typical drift car without any cool features. It rides smoothly without jerks, but often stumbles if there are any bumps and roughness in its path. And this is another red car. This time, it's the Mazda RX7. This car is practically a classic of Japanese high-speed cars. Such a model was even shown in an anime. So it is not surprising that this particular model is so bright and has lots of drawings. Maybe it has really descended from the pages of manga or anime. I especially like the combination of the upper part of the body, which is painted in black, and the lower red part. And although the impression of the car remains precisely red, this black part really sets off the color and creates the depth, if I may say so. This Beetle is with a trick. The thing is that you can be accompanied by a small driver during the race. I think that the driver itself is not included in the kit, but you can put a small toy or a figurine of your favorite character there. And just like that, a dashing race will turn into an equally dashing crossover. But don't forget about the car. This particular one is the first painted in black in our video, and this color is amazingly combined with its retro entourage. Do you know if the Beetles were ever black? I remember them painted in red or green colors, and here it is in black. And just look at how skillfully this babe is moving in a figure-8 pattern right on the parquet floor. Yes, it clearly does not need any special coverage of the surface to show all of its power to the world. And this model is not just called Kamikaze. Its little driver can easily confirm it, as only a Kamikaze can really drive this car. Its movements are fast and sharp. It often drifts from side to side, even on the smallest wobbling of the track, but nevertheless, it copes with turns with ease, and it doesn't deprive the driver of speed. In short, the main thing here is to have time to keep track of it, as what seems to be wobbles at first glance turns out to be a perfect precision and control. And this is a green Toyota AE86. It is a real classic, and probably the dream of any connoisseur of old cars. Its rich green color emphasizes the badassery of this car. The cool gradient from light to darker green is highlighted by the aesthetic bright wheels especially well. It drifts softly and smoothly. Just look at the wide circles it makes. Yes, such a Toyota clearly needs more space to show itself in all its glory. But importantly, even the regular asphalt is enough for a good acceleration. Therefore, both the backyard and any other paved place are quite suitable. This black car can easily deceive you with most of its simple and boring look. The body looks somewhat cheap, even worn and featureless. But you can't say the same about its characteristics. Yes, the true connoisseurs of good drift cars which can be controlled remotely will immediately notice this particular model, because if it's not about aesthetic pleasure and spectacle, but about really cool performance and the joy that you get at every turn, then you won't find a better model in this video. It is driving sideways as if it is walking in the park on a good sunny day. And the last one for today is a bright and incredibly fast Lexus LS. I was very pleased with these green translucent glasses. Most likely, this is just green plastic, but it looks as if it was tinted. And in contrast to these funny glasses, we have a mother-of-pearl burgundy body color. These colors are often pitted against each other on the color wheel, and they rarely go well together. But this time it's different. This extravagant combination catches the eye. Or maybe the look of this car ceases to have any meaning just because of its speed. Well, that's all friends. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. That's all for now.